little bit of background. This is us, our best pictures that we can find. So if you have a better one of us, please share. And there's one thing I really would like to have a big applause. And it sounds crazy, but XBRL has been around for quite some time. And I think it's about 25 years. And the reason why I have the applause is because my colleague Michael here, next Friday, he will be 25 years into XBRL with Semansys, right? So that's like a long time. Come on, applause, guys. 25 years in XBRL. I don't know how you keep up with this, but okay. So a little bit about Semansys. We actually have one core thing. We are all about API. That's what we do. So what we're going to show you, we got a little bit of cloud, but mainly it's API. So as a company, we try to do it in a different way. We are always in the back end of software all around the globe. And what we do is XBRL from beginning till the end. So creation, validation, whatever you want. And today we are actually taking a different look at what we see as AI for the future. So a little bit of background here before I start sharing the next screen. So watch it, look at it. My background is telecommunication. And when I joined telecommunication, that's about 27 years ago. So I'm pretty old also. I came home with my parents and I had 3 phones. And my mother said, honey, I love you. It's never going to work. It's not a good business. Nobody's going to call. I've got a fixed line, we've got a fax. And the same is actually probably with AI, I think. And when I joined the whole XBRL community, like 2.5 years ago, I already had some experience on AI, just 9 years. So this is not a simple thing. And what I always do is I look from the perspective of a customer. So XBRL by itself, it's something we all do. And the thing I've been hearing so far in XBRL right now, it's all about us as a community doing reporting, doing everything. But where's the value of the customer? Our customer, your customer. I mean, the guy who's doing the reporting itself, the CFO of a company who wants to do a report towards his company. If you're asking questions, then I want to know what's going on in the report, right? We made the year report, we want to talk about it. That's our approach today. So be clear, on AI we're doing different things. As a company, as I just mentioned, we got some experience here. We are also doing the reporting. We are creating reports right now with AI. We're trying it. At least we're trying it. So we got some test cases there and different approach there. But this is what we're going to show you right now, because Michael is there on the panel, of course. Our approach here is actually to create value from XBRL to the customer. So in this case, it's a quick screenshot, and just to give you a little idea, this is a bad interface because we're not the interface company, we're an API company. And the thing we're going to show you after actually works. But our idea was, what if I can give a tool to the customer and he can start asking questions on his year report. EBITDA, results, analysis, basic things you're going to ask actually to your accountant. So creating the value from the report that you're already obligated to do, right? Now we're taking the obligation away from this part. We're trying to make some value from the AI. Now, I'm in sales, as you saw, and I'm an easy talker. But every tool I use, every tool we always use right now, it's got AI. So why not XBRL? So this is really towards the consumer. So I heard you talking about the fact that you need to translate data, et cetera, et cetera. So what we're going to show you here in this whole report, and you see it on the right, we can take every XBRL, every PDF inline XBRL, we translate it to our engine here, and we can start asking data. We can start asking questions. The only thing, of course, it's locked. It's not going out. If you're making a year report, if you're making any financial report whatsoever, you don't want to share it with the world. So that's the main goal, first of all. And if the answer is not there, well, it will show you it's not there. That's actually the thing, right? So to be clear, this is not for us. This is for our customer as a whole. Now, there's some questions here, as you can see, and we did some calculations there. And it's all some screenshots, and really cool. But our idea actually, if you can skip to Michael's screen. Is that possible? We want to do this live. So what if right now we got this API, it's live, you can test it, and we can start asking questions. Now let me be clear, we're tech guys, right? We're all in this very tech scene, so a lot of stuff can go wrong. I'm not going to say up front that it's going to be working really correctly, but it is live. So, any ideas? We want to ask you a question. I think we loaded something that's a normal report. It's a year thing. You always start asking questions, so it's fun. Does anybody have a question for the report you want to ask?
Well, ask for interest paid.
Sorry?
Ask for interest paid.
Interest paid?
Yes.
No clue was there.
How much interest did the company pay?
How much interest they're paying? That's a question. Now we know if Michael can tap really fast, but that's the next step. He's my great assistant. So there you go. So now the fun thing this is, and that's what we're thinking right now, right? I mean, and everybody's quiet, everybody's like, wow. Of course we're not, we all know this, but our idea behind this is really like, you have an XBRL on the left side, so we made it a PDF so you can ask questions to it, like you said. Right? You already paved the way with your presentation. But we expect that this is going to be the future for today. Having the end customer having chats and talks about this report. And yeah, you're throwing a lot of questions. Anybody has a question? Come on, guys. Nobody's quiet. I mean, this is our business. We're making these reports. I'm walking into the crowd, so come on.
We don't know if it's right yet for the interest rate, because that was
Good question.
Mark showed in his presentation is that it will come with a wrong answer. So we need to know if it's the right answer first.
Well, that is the thing, right? I mean,
Can you go to the interest page? Or?
Can we go to the interest page?
Not good enough to see it.
Well, mine aren't either, so it's fine. I can say yes if you want, but it's... The thing is, like, and you're a great question. So the next thing that we probably want to do in this case, because we're doing the first start, right? We're doing this right now, we're doing this live. So the next thing will probably be hashing the data that you got on the right side so we can tap it or figure out if it's correct, right? That would be a nice thing.
Otherwise, it can say anything. So.
You're correct, it can say anything. So the fact is we probably need to do that. So we need to be more interactive in our data. But we're doing something live right now, and I think it's a great first step for a lot of CFOs and stuff like that. You got a hand over there.
Yeah. Will it tell you if it doesn't have an answer?
Yeah, it does. Do we have some quick, ask me a crazy question. Crazy question.
I don't know. I don't know what information is in the report.
Me neither, we don't have a clue, we just loaded it.
How many apples did they say?
Everybody's going live all of a sudden. How many, so we say how many apples are in the document? I don't know. Some crazy question. How many apples? Yeah, sorry, my assistant just been doing this for 25 years, so he's not that fast. I can't answer the question.
Okay, but this is clear because this is obviously a report which doesn't contain any information regarding apples. But if it's more like doubting, and
No
he
clue.
thinks he has an answer, but then it's
Well, actually, we programmed it that if he's doubting, that will be the line. I got no answer. So it's the device, of course, it's learning, and that is all about AI. This is like the first baby steps. We're not on the moon yet. We're trying to launch. I mean, in this whole line, probably if this goes wrong, it's like we're the Tesla Cybertruck, the Apple number 10, and there's Semansys on the side with the first demo. But the thing is, it is live, and we're testing it. Go.
Do you have an accuracy threshold?
An accuracy threshold, yes. I would like to say yes, of course. I'm sales. But the fact is, no, we don't. At this moment, we are trying this in the first line. The idea for this is really to give a small piece of a first tool for CFOs, financial people on the floor, making a report, and normally would go to their accountant or things like that, and they have a question. So the idea is you integrate this through an API in any system that we've got right now, from administration packages to whatever there is, and you can start uploading your XBRL, inline XBRL, or financial PDFs. That's the idea. Get them involved. We've been doing this whole business all together for more than 25 years because he's been celebrating, we just clapped for it. Now let's try to get these people involved, because that's the first step. Probably doing the reports, all those things, yes. Our accuracy right now, if you're trying to make a report, so saying we got unstructured data into a data warehouse and then getting the data out of that, yes, we're going up. Are we there yet? Like everybody's telling you right now, and that's why the question comes from the gentleman. They're like, where can we find the accuracy? It's in the hashing at the end. Are we there fully? No. What we're getting today is if we make the report right now from the data that we've gathered, we'll find you the whole data sheet. We'll fill in the form, but we'll have a lot of blanks. Now the solution will be to show the blanks. I think at the end, it's still the accountant who has to say yes or no on the data at the end, because that's the end person who's responsible for the form. in this case, the AI, and let me be really clear about this, the AI that we're using right now is a sort of co-pilot, right? It's your assistant. And I think that's actually where the difference is with all the AI we're talking about. There's everybody's talking about AI, no. Let's be real, we've got different types of AI. We all are using the creative AIs when it comes to making a picture. And a lot of women use it, it's me as well. When I take a picture, it's like this whole nice difference in the picture, right? That's what we do. And again, with data, we can't do it. It's a different type of AI. And if you're looking into AI right now that we're doing here, this is what we call co-piloting. So co-piloting means actually it's an assistant on the side taking your data, but just your data. So if we don't have the answer, it won't show an answer, but at least gives you a quick answer. Anybody wants to test it? Another question? Come on, Sander, you winked.
Well, I'm not a financial specialist, so
Perfect.
I'm making. Is, for example, this year our financial health better than the last one, or something like that?
Good question. Michael, can you tap that?
It's also a vague
Yeah,
concept. So
of course. And again, there you go. That's a more unstructured question to what else would be. And I think that's more important actually as well to see at this case. I think you made a question for not a health but a comparison, but okay. For now, like we mentioned, we're still testing this. So you can imagine a customer having a report of 300-400 pages. He doesn't want to go through it. He doesn't want to call the accountant. He doesn't want to put the assistant there. He opens a chat to the system and he starts tapping the question. That's the first fun part. Let's get like as XBRL, let's get into the AI sector, right? That's the goal. And I think the next step probably will be the creation of reports, like we've said. And our approach to this is taking every type of XBRL, inline XBRL, PDF, whatever we can find in data, even Excel for the near future, and to translate that to real documents that actually we all use right now today. That's the step. And we're there, we're quite there, but this is live right now. So I see the microphone still here. Somebody else has a great, oh, there you go.
Can I trust this data?
It's your data, but
Yeah.
yes, the question was?
Oh, will this company be sustainable in
Ooh,
10 years?
probably that answer won't be in there, but
Sustainable.
ask, come on, Michael, start tapping.
You can skip the last.
No, I think it's a good question. Now, and the fun thing is, the reason why I'm trying to do this in this way, in this manner, is these are the questions that I have as perhaps as an entrepreneur, as a CEO or whatever I have. Can we imagine that I'm a financial person, I'm here on the floor, or it's my year report, and me as a company, I don't know. And the answer is, there it is, no clue. Oh, skip the 10 years. Just copy paste the question, it's probably faster. Well, no. And probably there's a reason for that. The data that we have here is like facts. It doesn't have emotions. It won't have that answer. And there's a reason why we don't do that. Because then somebody can say, listen, I've done this in the year report. I'm asking questions, and you told me it's going to be viable. So we really want to do this for customers who are working with Semansys today, who are saying, hey, I want to have some additional questions to this whole thing. Let's get interactive. Let's make this year report go live. Let's get XBRL up and running. I think the biggest thing I learned in the last 2 years is where you go, you come to a party somewhere, and as people ask you, what do you do? I'm an XBRL. And the story dies. Now I'm no longer an XBRL. I'm an AI doing reporting. Wow. So all of a sudden it's cool. Yeah, but you're laughing, but it's cool again, right? So that's the goal of Semansys. That's what we're trying to do right now. Of course, with the digital reporting, yes, we do all the basics like everybody else is doing. But we want to get this more up and going for the end customer. Any other nice question that we can ask for the report? There you go.
I don't have a question for the report, but I wanted, so you mentioned you're using Microsoft Copilot, right? And
No. Microsoft Copilot, let me be clear. In AI, you have different types of AI. The way the reason why Microsoft took the Copilot name is because it's an AI Copilot. So this is a Copilot as well. Copilot means that you're actually asking a question to a system, and the system will just help you in your work. That's a way of using AI.
But with mentioning Microsoft Copilot. I can just give Microsoft Copilot a PDF and do the same thing that you're doing. Where's the difference from your system to just using Microsoft Copilot?
First of all, actually what we did here, this is actually an XBRL, so it's not a PDF. It just went into PDF right now so we get to see it. Otherwise, why ask a question if we don't see the results on the other side? That's one. Or inline XBRL, for what matters. So that's something probably Copilot has a little challenge doing, I expect, but no clue there. Secondly, Copilot does use a different approach towards ChatGPT and all those other things. It's quite open system, so the data that you're entering in those systems, if you're not fully logged, it goes out. Even if it's not fully logged, the question goes into a central server and it stays on that server. You don't want to have your financial report somewhere in the cloud. That's my personal answer. But you can log it. Yes, there are some ways to do that, but again, you don't want to put your full data in there, and if you're asking a financial person to put it in the cloud, not so sure. And again, it's an add-on, right? It's for now, it's not a software product that we're selling. It's something that we're adding to our suite. We're giving it away to customers to play with it, and more to get XBRL in a different approach, have people talk about it. And yes, of course, there are multiple platforms you can do this with, but not from our community. That's the difference. Anything else? Any other questions? We go, oh, bonjour Pierre.
Can you ask the question, what is my report about IFRS 16? What do I say in my report about IFRS 16?
IFRS 16, can you tap it? The question was, what is in the report about IFRS 16? Sorry? It's a Dutch gap in this case. So you want to have
Dutch gap, sorry. About leasing, for example.
Can you?
About leasing. Sorry? Leasing, yeah. What do I say in my report about leasing?
About easy?
Leasing.
Oh. You hear the question? Just oh. Sorry, there's a little sound there, delay as well, probably. The eye is really quick, but the sound not.
The question was, do you use references of the taxonomy?
Yes, in the basic we do, but in this case, what we do at the end, this is just reporting. So we take the report, we translate it to, at the end, an XBRL, or XBRL into the system. What we see here on the left side, we make it a PDF, so you get to see visually what you're actually looking at. And then in our engines, the taxonomies are in the back end. However, we're not matching the taxonomy yet to the report itself. So we're not taking the link between the taxonomy and the report. We're not doing that right now. We want to do that, but that's for next step. Sorry? We are doing that, yeah. And we are hashing. So there you go, the whole text as well. So it is quite quick, and it's mainly just for teasing people, right? As an industry, we need to start teasing people. That's the goal. That was our first goal. So, and we want to show to you that right now. So I hope it succeeded a little bit. I think we're quite fast, but the goal was, we asked for 5 minutes, we got 30. Any other questions regarding system or whatever you like, as long as we're here? Or you want to test it? Sorry.
Please, just a moment. Please use the microphone.
I wanted to know, can you ask information only about these aggregated numbers, or can you ask how these numbers were calculated? Like,
we can't ask for the calculated numbers in the system itself, but you can ask for calculations. So if you want to say what's the EBITDA or things like that that are in the report, you can. Okay,
because I would like to be sure if all these necessary elements were included in this sum.
I understand. What we do right now, we take the XBRL normally into our systems. And actually, we create the XBRL because we're an XBRL creator as well. Then we validate the data based, of course, on all taxonomies, and then we have the basic structure. So what we do from that point on, the XBRL, we transfer it to the system. It's all in the same line, it's all in the same engine. And then we actually get this location here where you actually make it visually attractive by rendering it to a PDF. And at the other side, asking questions on what was sort of MML model, where we're actually translating all the data that you've got right now into questionnaires or information.
Okay, if your input is aggregated, then
It's
it's,
your own
not
input.
possible,
No.
basically.
Not yet,
Okay.
but we are testing that, but this is something that's live. So it is something customers can actually use and play with, just to get them into the reporting more, get it more exciting. The thing is, for a long time, finances was just on simple reporting. It was not attractive. I think one of the biggest challenges that we have right now in this industry is getting the age going down. I mean, we see only old people right now. There's just a limited small of young people. And by adding AI, we hope that it becomes more attractive as well, that the customers of our customer actually can interact with their report. And they don't have those questions as we have ourselves. It's mainly going to be about the EBITDA, basic results, perhaps analysis, simple things they just want to ask really quick. And again, this is a playful thing for us as well. It's the first start into this whole area of AI XBRL. The next step will be the reporting. The next step afterward will be actually not even doing the reporting, but taking the raw data, and this is not just numbers, but also like structured data, unstructured data, financial data, non-financial data, and then generating that one to new reports.
Yeah, that's
And
what our project is
it
doing, actually.
is,
That's
and
why I'm thinking
yeah.
that this
And
would
we
be
are having-
useful for
Yeah.
to getting more answers.
And
if,
we are doing it right now, but
Okay.
those are things that are not live at this moment. This is something you can actually, yeah. And again, this is something that's live right now. If somebody would ask me afterwards, can I have the API and integrate it into a system, I can say yes. And it's just there for us as a community to play with and to make people happy. Those steps into the next phase where we're going to take non-financial, financial data, creating reports out of this, making all the data from unstructured to structured data. Yes, we're working on it. Yes, we're pretty far, but it's something that at these conferences, as a supplier, you don't show yet, as long as you're not on that like 100% question that you have right now. You want to have 100% certainty that it works all the time, every time.
Yeah.
And what we see happening right now in AI, still sometimes, if you ask the same question twice, you get the same numbers, but in a different phrase or in a different way. And for an accountant or an auditor, he doesn't want to see that. He always wants to get exact the same answers. So that's why we're not doing that in that way. Not yet.
It's great anyway, so I'll give it back.
Everybody? Sure, no, go.
I think we might have, can you ask the profit? Sorry.
Everybody up front. 2 microphones. Man, you're important.
Can you ask for the profit before tax? I think it's one line that's there, but I would be interested in seeing whether it gives the...
Profit before tax.
Like, either it's going to give the line that was disclosed, or it's going to calculate profit less taxes. And I would be interested in seeing what it is. Yeah, because like here, the profit before tax, it's not actually the profit less the taxes. They have another line inside, so that I would like... Can you just scroll up to the income statement so that you can see what was discussed?
Well, there you go. It's got a calculation, and we can see if it did its homework.
Just scroll up to the income statement. It's there. Scroll down. Okay, yeah. So it chooses to do what was exactly discussed, right?
Yeah, is that your answer? You like it?
I would prefer that it says, for instance, the profit less the taxes.
Yeah.
But I understand why it does, right? It's just interesting to see which it chooses to do. Right?
Of course. And again, guys, this is not something for us as a community. This is something for our end customer who is a lazy ass, who doesn't want to pick up the phone to his accountant, and he has a question about his year report. This is our first step as financial suppliers to get into this AI area where they can just play with it. Of course, the next steps are way more aggressive and are on a fully different level, but we're here right now. And I think it's a really nice way of adding AI to this sector and doing it a little bit differently. So I think we're right into the time, right? For sure. Yeah?
Okay, for everybody? Okay, so thank you very much again. So,
Thank you.
please, thank you. It's a great presentation. Thank you.